Hi everyone, it's Diane. I've been seeing signs around town for about a month now, advertising a giant garage sale being held in an abandoned grocery store in my town. And it was today. And it was to benefit the Boy Scouts. So I went, it started at 8 and I went at 8:30. And that grocery store parking lot was packed full. I couldn't believe it. I had to park behind the bread factory across the road. So anyway, it was obviously packed in there. And I walked in and my first thought was, look at all this junk. I didn't know what people would donate for this garage sale, but anything they wanted to get rid of, they donated. And the first area that greeted me was fabrics, crafts, and things like that. So it was like, okay, I didn't move for a while. And once I got through that section and passed by stuff I wasn't interested in, Christmas stuff and Easter stuff, and I barely got into the store, and they were directing people to the connected building that had books and clothes. So I thought I'd go in there and then come back and see the rest of the store. Well, I went in there where the books were and I never came out. I paid for everything there and I got to my car and I came home. I never saw the rest of the store. But I think I got to the areas that I was most interested in anyway. I was just glad to get out of there. And a Boy Scout helped me carry stuff to my car, so because you'll see I had some heavy books. So anyway, I got out of there spending $29, and then I gave the Boy Scout a tip for carrying stuff to my car. So let me show you what I found. I'll do the boring stuff first. I use a lot of mailers for my shop, and so I snapped up some of these. These are padded mailers. So I got 4 packs of padded mailers that I can use. And this whole great big bundle of these manila envelopes, and then 1 pack of 3 of the larger ones. Sometimes I need the larger ones, like when I sold paper dolls, I needed the larger ones. Okay, let's do the books next. You can see this Better Homes and Gardens garden book, and it's old. Got some papers inside. It's 1951. The rings are still good. Some of the pages are, the holes are torn, but not very many. It's basically in pretty good shape. There's a little bit up here where it's torn just a bit, a little bit down here, but it's basically in good shape. But I also found this one. I got 2 of them. This one's 1951. What was this one? Yeah, they're both 1951. And again, it's in good condition with the same kind of wear on the spine, but fixable. So I already have one of these, at least one. So at least one of these will go in my shop, maybe both, eventually. And I won't wait too long to get them in there. And this one, I love these Reader's Digest, and I already have one of these too, so this one might go in my shop too, but if nobody wants it, I can certainly use it. This is 1979, but I just love the shape of this, and I like to use these for domestic arts journals. And then I found this Victorian Family Celebrations by Sarah Van Brethnach. Previously published as Mrs. Sharp's Traditions. I think I had the original book. It was a hardcover book. So it's got really cool illustrations in it. That's why I bought it. And it's got the months. I cut up my other book that I had, and I used this image in a Halloween book. So that will be useful. I got this global atlas because it was only 50 cents, and the pages are nice. They're not so fragile that they'll tear when you fold them, and the colors are pretty and they're large. So I like these pages. I got a windfall of ideals, and most of these are old, 50s and 60s. Then we skip the 70s and go right to the 80s. These three are from the 80s, but the rest are from the 50s and 60s. And these will probably all go in my shop because I don't use ideals in my books, but I'm going to look through them, and if there's one that I really want, I'll keep it, but the rest will go in my shop. This one is Inspiration, 1955. Get that pretty orchid on the back. This one is Old Fashioned, and it's 1956. The Easter one is 1956 also. Look at the pansies. I love the pansies. This one is Hometown, Shasta Daisies. I don't remember if this is 50s or if we're in the 60s now. 1960. So the rest, these are in the 60s. They go up to 66. There's Fireside. I checked the dates before I turn the camera on. Now this one's in worse shape. The cover's bent. But we don't usually want the covers anyway for these. We want the pages inside. Memory. Isn't that pretty? Looks like an album, an old-fashioned album. Oh. And this one, Home. And Neighborly. And then here we go into, this is 1980. Travel, it's called. So someone who's doing a travel journal might want this. Friendship, I had this one recently and sold it. This is 83 or 84, something like that. And this one is 80. These are Roman numerals, 87. I think I had this one too before. All right, so those are the ideals. Got a good find on those. It was hard looking at books. There were so many people looking at books. There were books on both sides of the table. There were books in boxes underneath the tables. And I had my heavy purse. I should have carried my little over-the-shoulder thing that I use at flea markets. I just had no idea it was going to be like this. I had my heavy purse and I had my bag of stuff from the first section of the store, and then I was throwing books into my other bag. I brought bags with me, and then I grabbed an empty box to put more books in, and it was ridiculous. I didn't know they had Boy Scouts there to help. This one is an old one of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And no printing date on it. Nope, no printing date, but you can tell it's old, and it's not extremely hard. It's one of the softer, it's still a hardback, but it's, you know, you can bend it. They had a lot of Reader's Digest, but I have some, and I didn't want to bring home too much, or I couldn't carry too much more, so I just picked up 3. I just thought this cover was very pretty, soft looking. I love the color, and I'd never seen that. And this one looks older than most of them that were there, 1960. And I grabbed this one. It's in excellent condition, but I thought this would be a good Christmas because of the green and red. And this one was a pretty cover, so I grabbed that one. The hardbacks were $1. This, the Avon Calendar of Roses from 1983. So I could use this as a journal cover. I'm sorry. I think everything was dusty in there. Obviously, everything was dusty in there. There's some little images on the pages, and then the larger images. So these are great. I mean, I can use this page as a journal page with room for writing and a little decoration already on it. I love that book. And this one I almost missed, but when I got in line, which was a long line, and the line was snaking through the book section, so I was, taking a second look at books as I was going through the line, and I saw this, The Big Book to Grow On. It says 1959. Oh, 1960 here. Just interesting. Looks like, watercolor images. I thought they were very interesting pictures. And I like the font, the large font. There's a song and some poems. Look at that. These are just such pretty pictures. And I love these pages. Some of them are brown and some of them are pretty colors. So I'm glad I went through the line and found that. That's it for books. There was a stationery section that had office papers and things like that. So of course I had to look through that. That's where I got all those mailing envelopes. And then I found this sketch pad. It's not, it almost feels parchment-y. It's not like sturdy for wet mediums, but it's good for pencil, ink. Well, it says watercolor, pastels, and crayons. It was only 50 cents. It says 50 sheets, but some were probably used. The papers are loose. An unopened pack of vellum. It says 50 cents, but she gave it to me for a quarter because of the way everything was adding up. She wanted this last item to be 25 cents to make it even. She said, okay, we'll make it 25 cents. So I don't know how many papers are in there, but it's vellum. It doesn't even say on the outside how many pieces of paper are. Oh, 6. It says it way down here. 6 sheets of vellum. How's that? And reinforcement labels. I always use those. A pad of graph paper for 50 cents. You can always use graph paper, and this looks unused. And this Professional Series Execunotes, and there were 2 of these. Can you see that? And I only got one. I think this was 50 cents. Oh, 25 cents. This is a pack of cards that AC Moore sells, or used to sell, I don't know. It was $2. It was originally 10. I've gotten these packs before, but they're cards, 6.5 by 5 inch, good quality cards and envelopes to match. So I can, whether I use these for cards or not, I can definitely use the card stuff. And I got this pack for 50 cents, and it's some dividers, very stiff, and then some plain index cards, large ones, no lines on them. And I picked up this yellow pad simply because it's extra long, and I thought it would be cool in some of my larger journals. 25 cents for that, 50 cents for this. They had some more of these printer papers with the decorations on them, but I liked this one, and that's the only one I picked up. I'll use that in Christmas journals. 50 cents for this. It's from Daytimers. It's got some things at the top, and I just thought it was really cool looking. It was 50 cents for that. Okay, then this was from, all of this stuff was from the first section of the store. So this was the first thing I put in my cart. 25 cents for this trim. It's a peachy pink color. I thought it was pretty. 25 cents for I don't know how much, but there's quite a bit there, so that's not bad. This was $1.25 for all of this braid. I was hoping I would find some more braid at yard sales this year or flea markets. It's got a pin in it. That would be good in a fall journal. There's a red, white, and blue one. This one's pretty. Sorry. I love this one. And this brown one. So that was a really cool find for $1.25. The prices were garage sale prices, I'll tell you that. Which is good. I'll get rid of those pins. Okay, there were a lot of patterns and I didn't take the time to go through all of them. I just kind of looked for ones that looked old and grabbed some, just a few. I think they were 25 cents each. That one, I love this picture. Little girls, pattern's kind of dirty. That one is pretty. I wonder if I can get that off. I'd like to scan some of these. It did tear a little bit, but it's not too bad. And a caftan. That must have been from the 70s. Caftans were popular in the 70s. My mother made one or two. This is 1966. And then this one was very unique because it's big and looks fancy and it's not in great shape, but I thought I could, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. It's pretty, so I got it. This was, they had some scrapbook supplies. Most of it was stuff that I wasn't interested in. There were a few punches, a few wooden stamps, but nothing that I wanted. But this is a scrapbook supply, but I thought it looked like something I could use for Christmas journals. They had a few of these, but I just got one and it was $1. Oh, I didn't know that it was blank pages inside. I guess I should have realized it's a ring journal. A ring, I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was papers. But you would put this on there somehow. There. Put all the rings on there and you've got yourself a little book. So I'm not sure what I'll do with that. I'm going to save this for later. 50 cents for Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils. And I have these, but they're nice quality and 50 cents is a great price. I got this bundle for 25 cents. I don't think this is anything I'll keep. It's just packaging. There's nothing in it. I don't know why they put that in there. But paper doll pattern, or doll's pattern, not doll's paper pattern. Brown house dolls. I just thought these would make really great pages in journals. Look at that. This one has cutout pattern in it. Letty Lane. There's paper dolls of Letty Lane. I have some. Aren't these cool? Look at the pattern. These are so awesome. I can't wait to play with these. Buster Brown suit. Anyway. What did I say? 25 cents for all of those. These bundles were larger patterns and they were $1 for the bundles. So this is Buckaroo Bobbins, authentic vintage Western clothing patterns. My daughter's texting me. Oh, she's at work and I texted her about how crazy the yard sale or the garage sale was, and so she's on her break now, just responding to me. I had a lady swear at me within 5 minutes of being there, but most of the people were nice. we were both looking. I was looking at a box of fabric, just kind of looking to see what was in there, and then she came and started looking, and I didn't say anything to her. I looked at her and smiled, and we both picked up the same fabric at the same time. We both just picked up the same fabric. And she swore and stormed away and saying, "Excuse me for looking." I was like, "I didn't do anything. Come back and look. I don't want it. It's okay." Wow. So I got two of the same thing, it looks like there. More doll patterns. These are so cool. I don't need this many. I'll probably have to put some in my shop. So hopefully you guys are interested in some of these. If I didn't need this many, why did I buy 3 bundles? Answer me that. There were more. I left some behind. I do want you to know that. Some of them are cut out, and so they'll be really great embellishments. Yay, these are so cool. I hope you guys think they're cool too, or do you just think I'm crazy? This one has, I think they're all the larger. So there's that one and that one. I want to see what looks like inside of one of them. Nice big pages. This is great for my large junk journals. Yes, these are great. And then the pattern sheets are large also. That's for Madame Alexander dolls. I like these ones with the colored picture on the front. Boys' wardrobe. This looks like from the 1920s. Or 1910s, I mean. Or 1900s. And it looks like these are just copies, maybe they were sold that way, I don't know. Dolly and her dresses. Make your dolly a romper. This is from 1980, but these definitely look like 1920s girls. Oh, and these are patterns cut out of this beige color of interfacing. That's cool. It's nice that somebody actually used these patterns. So that's quite a haul of doll clothes patterns. Oh, I got 2 of these. This is another one for Christmas. And the last Christmas item I got was Christmas stencils, 50 cents. Then these 2 boxes I haven't gone through, and I want to go through them with you. This one was 50 cents. Most of the greeting cards were modern, but when I saw this box, I peeked inside it and saw that there were an assortment of vintage cards. I grabbed it. For 50 cents, can't go wrong. This must be the place. Happy birthday. That is cute. It's American Greetings. There's a baby card. How precious. Sympathy. Birthday. Birthday. That's pretty. Get well. Christmas. Get Well. This one is so pretty. This is also Get Well. Get Well. Anniversary, birthday, birthday. Congratulations. Lots of cards in there. Lots of nice vintage cards. That was a good deal for, what did I say, 50 cents? Yeah, good deal for 50 cents. Now this was in the scrapbooking section and it was $1. It says 1 pound plus, nature's paper, handmade free. Handmade paper, tree free. Made in India. From 100% recycled materials, garment industry waste, silk, cotton, wool, agricultural waste, sugarcane, coconut, banana fiber, decorative materials, flowers, leaves, grass, jute, and tea. Interesting. I'll have fun with these. And this was $1. Do you know how much you would pay for this much specialty paper? Lots of very textured handmade papers. These are gorgeous. Some blues, grayish blue. I can't wait to make tags and embellishments out of these. This is heavy. Oh, maybe it's some pages that got stuck together. These are, look at that pretty pink. Oh, how fun, how fun, how fun. Oh, these are great. I love these. Some more pink. There's a lot of paper in here. This one almost looks marbly, but it's fibers in there. Oh my gosh, there's a lot in here. Some larger papers. Woohoo! Jackpot here for $1. This alone was worth all of that. Finding a parking place, getting in there, battling the crowd, standing in line. It was worth it. Oh, these are gorgeous! I'm so happy I got these. Look at that. You can actually feel that fiber. Wow, okay, that is everything I got at the giant yard sale for really, really good prices. So you can be watching for some of these items to be in my shop. I'm going to be going on vacation in about a month. So I'm going to try to get stuff listed and out of my house before I go. I have some journal kits that I've got all the stuff set aside to make journal kits, and it's been just in my way for a long time. So I'd like to get some of that out before I go away. So you can be watching my shop for whatever's going to be showing up there, but some of these items that I showed you today will definitely be there before I go on my cruise. So I will see you all. I've got a lot of work to do today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a very happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.